54-pounder. He ate steak and potatoes all fucking week and weighed 157. He walked into the week weighing 154. He could have fought at 154 tonight. I mean, and why? Because all these other motherfuckers are getting television-friendly fucking treatment, and they don't want to fight him, so he's got to move up another fucking weight class to guys that are walking around at cruiserweight. Fuck that. That's my last F-bomb, by the way.
I doubt it. You sure about that?
Matthew's the second or third best middleweight. I'm proud to still promote Matthew. Matthew could go on and beat almost everybody else in the division.
How did you have that score?
I had it I had it going into the knockout. I had it very close, a point or two to Sergio.
What did you think about no P-test for Chavez and the whole bullshit where he weighed 182 no P-test?
Well, I mean, no P-test. He weighs 182. He weighs 160. He looks like a fucking skeleton at the weigh-in. He can barely stand up. He goes into the ring. He weighs 182, and in the 10th round, he looks stronger than he did in the first. Get the fuck out of here. No, I guess it wasn't my last F-bomb.
Address the preliminary discussions that have gone on with this Chavez fight.
Well, Chavez is going to fight Murray. I'm going to talk to Bob about whether there's a real possibility of a fight in September or not. But if he does fight Murray, he should be stripped before then. Now, if Bob's willing to make a deal where we can sign on a dotted line, and that he will also put money in escrow, because I don't believe Chavez is ever fighting Sergio. So let them put some good earnest money in an account, and if the fight doesn't happen in the fall, let him keep his belt and fight Murray. But if he chickens out and doesn't fight Sergio in the fall, then $500,000 or whatever goes to Sergio. Then maybe we would say, okay, step aside again and let him do it. If we were getting that opportunity in September, October, and there was money in the bank that went if they chickened out. But I have no faith that they're going to make the fight. I'm going to try to talk to Bob on Monday or Tuesday about it. But look, what's happening now is Murray's going to fight Chavez, whether it's for the BC belt or the BO belt or the IB, F belt or whatever fucking belt they're going to fight for. And they're probably going to run away from this guy because he's Superman. And one thing I'm getting pissed off about is this idea that he's being ducked. The guy ate steak and potatoes all week. He weighed 157. He walked into the week weighing 154. He could have weighed 154 in the ring tonight. And I don't want to listen to HBO commentators talking about Butte and Ward. I don't want to listen to it. It's horseshit. It's horseshit. Why? So they can continue protecting, certain guys who have the leverage of being promoted by the same promoters that have Mayweather or Pacquiao? Fuck that.
Now, if you go the Chavez route and you feel like you're getting jerked around, what's the next logical step?
The next logical step is the best guy that's financially viable. I mean, there are some good fighters there that just make no sense. Pirog can't speak a word of English, and Golovkin has never fought on U.S. television in any form.
What about Andy Lee?
Andy Lee. Andy Lee is certainly a possibility. Obviously, Macklin gave him a hell of a fight. And I think Andy Lee in the right market, in the right room, you bring it to, again, another heavily Irish area, that's a possibility. I mean, obviously, we ain't getting Cotto next, and we're not getting Chavez next, and we're not getting Mayweather next. So, I mean, you got to look at what's financially viable and the best available guy.
What do you see next for Rodriguez?
A step above Donovan George, but not yet the Butte or level. I think he's too good a prospect to throw him to the wolves right now. I think he's got champion written all over him, but I think he needs something in between.
More seasoning.
Yes, we'd fight Floyd at 51. We'd fight Floyd at 50. And he'd have to kill himself to make 50. And Floyd to be favored at 50.
Why would you do that?
Why would we do that? To get the opportunity. Because this guy, you're privileged. People should realize something. You are privileged to be watching Martinez right now. This is an all-time great fighter, man. This is like Roy Jones in his prime. The guy's a freak of nature. He's a Mayweather-level fighter. He's a Roy Jones-level fighter. He's he's not a good fighter. He's a super fighter.
But Lou,
Macklin's
Floyd agreed to fight Cotto 154. Why not 154?
What?
Floyd decided.
Yeah, well, why? Because Floyd Cotto's a dead man at 154. Cotto's half shot. He's a great fighter, but he gets hit by everything. Floyd's, it's a reasoned decision. He incented Cotto to make a big money fight. Very smart business. I don't disagree with what he did, and I don't even say if he wants to make Sergio take a handicap. Okay, we'll fight him at 52. We'll fight him at 53. We'll fight him at 51. We'll fight him at 50, as low as 50.
But
If you
why-
want
you
to,
want
why
parity?
to get the fucking opportunity to make the fucking money, and we'll give him 80% of the money.
I'm just going to say you need parity. You know?
80-20, fucking parity. Fuck parity. Mayweather can have 80% of the money, and we'll do it as low as 150. Let's do the fight. After he beats up Cotto,
Yeah,
let's do it.
but the way Sergio fights, he fights in an exhausting manner. Do you think him going down to 150 would be detrimental to him?
Yes, of course.
He's not going to have the
It's going to be
win.
detrimental to him, but he's going to have to do something detrimental to make the money and get the opportunity. And you know what? Larry's running around saying great fighters go up in weight. Well, fuck, the motherfucker's not a 60-pounder. He's already gone up in weight. He ate, I'm telling you, every meal this week he ate a full meal, and he weighed 157. And I got to listen to a network that's protecting certain guys tell me fight Butte or Ward, who walk around 25 to 30 pounds heavier than the guy? No. No. But you know what? We will handicap ourselves to make the money. We'll handicap ourselves to fight a great fighter. We'll handicap ourselves to get an opportunity to get this guy where he belongs, the recognition he deserves as an all-time great fighter, as a Hall of Famer. That's what he is. He's already a Hall of Famer.
Thank you, Lou.
All right.
Thanks.